Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play World War 3 with me, Alpha Bi Omega, and the Kaiserliche Marine. So it is 1917 and we have once again finished a whole year in the previous episode. Not that much has happened though in terms of relations, and I'm actually kind of shocked that the tensions between Austria and Italy dropped significantly from 9 to 7. So that's not going to be a war, unfortunately. Our tensions all oscillate around 5 to 6, or they are at 0, meaning they're completely stainless. Especially with Spain, we have had, perfect relations for nearly a decade now, maybe even longer. It's kind of shocking. I wish I could help them in their war against the United States, because they have recently lost quite a number of ships. If I remember, one heavy cruiser, one light cruiser, a couple of destroyers. And while United States lost 50,200 tons and Spain only lost 34,100 tons, the difference between the fleet sizes is still staggering, with USA reaching to 300,000 and Spain now being again deep under 100,000. They're at 80,600 tons, which is crazy. That's so low compared to navies of Great Britain or us even. It is not even 1/5 of our size. So, Spain really cannot catch a break. The total tonnage this year, however, dropped for the entire world. We lost slightly over 53,000 tons. Many nations, especially USA that I already mentioned, which lost over 50,000 tons, but Great Britain lost nearly 30k, Russia lost nearly 30k, Spain lost 34k. So even though Italy and us added over 30 and France over 20 and Japan over 17,000 tons, still it is a net negative. Here you can see the drop of the overall tonnage, and you can see that we are, it's visible, of course, even here, but we are so close to overtaking Great Britain as the biggest navy in the world. It would be so amazing if that could happen. Unfortunately, we have a lot of ships that we want to scuttle and get rid of in the upcoming year or years. So we'll see. Still, on the other hand, we have a couple of ships that we're planning to build, including a number of battle cruisers that we're going to design in this episode, so we'll see. Now, here's the combined tonnage. We can see a little bit of a zigzag pattern, but the trend is pretty clear. We are increasing the size of the navies of the world, so let's see how that's going to go. Relative tonnage comparison, we are nearly at 19% of the entire world. So if we push it a little bit more, we're going to have 1/5 of the world's tonnage, which would be just amazing. Economy. We have, in my opinion, for the first time really, reached full stability. Our yearly budget is 330,520 Reichsmark, which is 27,543 per month, an increase of 7.213% year on year. And we even increased our funds by 7%. We now have 34,815 Reichsmark in reserve, which is 11% of our yearly budget. Total expenses increased as well, but only by 2%, so we are currently saving about 5% of our monthly budget as a reserve, so we can go a little bit higher, which we will in the upcoming weeks and months. Ship costs increased by 24%. That is understandable. We've built quite a lot of new ships. The carrier is currently now in service, the white carrier, or the first carrier that we built. We've greatly increased the cost of aircraft, submarines, because we're churning out more and more of these as time goes by. And the construction actually dropped for the first time in a long while, and dropped by 17%. But we're gonna fix that. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna see, because I would like this year, if it's possible, I would like to focus on fortifications, because that's something that we have been postponing quite a lot, and we have a lot of very small fortifications in many of the areas. So building some bigger guns that will be able to repel our enemies and protect our interests might be a good idea. So we'll see about that. Here you can see that the yearly budget is now, at record highs. It was at record highs even previous year, but now we are really skyrocketing. And we even had some possibility to invest into the development of the state, so we can check this in the almanac how we're doing right now with the overall economy. Research, we had a really good year, much better than the previous one. We gained 1 level in machine development, 2 in armor development, 1 in hull construction, 1 in subdivisions and damage control, 1 in turrets and gun mountings, 1 in armor-piercing projectiles, 2 in light forces and torpedoes, 1 in torpedo technology, 1 in submarines, 1 in anti-submarine warfare, 1 in explosive shells, 1 in fleet tactics, 1 in naval aviation heavier than air, 1 in shipboard aircraft operations. And that's it. So, quite a lot of levels. Fleet overview. Well, our fleet is going through a big transition. I'm gonna, only glance at the fact that we now have 88 airship and 94 aircraft. These numbers are only going to increase as we're gonna go. But other than that, the fleet is really becoming, modern and fast. We've completely abandoned the battleships, and as you guys know, I had another vote on my community tab, which was about what we're gonna do in the upcoming year with our battle cruisers and battleships. The question was, are we going to just build more of the current type of battle cruisers, or are we going to design an entirely new battle cruiser leader for the high seas fleet, which would get into the current high seas fleet battlecruiser division and lead it, and an entirely new type of battlecruiser for the second fleet? Or are we going to look at the Dreadnought battleships? And you guys overwhelmingly voted for designing a battlecruiser leader and an entirely new battlecruiser type for the second navy, or the second battle group, which is stationed in the Indian Ocean and threatening Mediterranean and other places. So we're gonna look into that right off the bat once we start the game. We now have 16 heavy cruisers. We're not building any, but I would like to look at rebuilding some of our older ones this year. We're building 6 light cruisers. 2 more are of the new Aachen improved division type, which is a gradual improvement of the Karlsruhe. We're gonna look at that, and we have an entirely new Gazelle 2 long-range radar light cruiser, so we're gonna look at that as well. We also have finished a number of destroyers. We're going to start building another destroyer squadron this year. We've designed a new corvette. We're going to phase out some of the older ones, and we have now 22 submarines, and we're building 14 more. So again, I like the pyramid, as we're getting more of the smaller craft, which will make us a little bit more flexible, but we're also getting new heavy gunned ships, or ships with heavy guns. So, just to walk you through what we're gonna do, or what my plans are, Deutsche Kaisers, as you know, have been rebuilt. The Wilhelm II, the light carrier prototype that we have, is currently receiving aircraft, and we are designing torpedo bomber, if I'm not mistaken. So those are going to be put there as well. The Donau class has been refitted recently, so that one is the only remaining battleship that we have. It has 15-inch guns, so what you see here is not, very much true, but it is true in a sense. The Rhine-class battlecruisers, again, they are, serving us well, but we'll need to rebuild them. There is a couple of things that we can do with them, and we're gonna do it this year. Most notably, we can give them a better, fire control. They can get the director for primary and secondary guns. Berlin-class battlecruisers, those are our primary ships. Not much we can do with them right now, so we're gonna just leave them be. Hertha needs to be retired. We've spoke about that. So will Victoria Louise class ships. We've also talked about that. So these are gonna go away soon. Prince Heinrich, the same. I tried to do my best with these ships, but they just don't make any sense anymore. So we're gonna retire these 6 ships soon. The Königs von Preußen are the hot candidate to be refitted. They are now 13 years old, actually. They have been built, I don't know when, but they undergone a 1904 refit, which I believe gave them the central firing, so they now need the director, and we could probably improve their guns, give them some more speed. We'll see what we can do with them. They are definitely worth upgrading, as they're not that old. König von Bayern, we now have all 4 of these. We will consider building more to replace some of the other heavy cruisers that we have. Gazelles have been recently refitted, and they will serve in Asia, as you know, because they are now equipped with mines and some other goodies that can help support our operations in the Far East, like mining the ever-loving hell out of that place. Lübeck class, these are also prime candidates to be refitted. They can get very, very, very much faster than they are right now, so we'll see what we can do about that. Hansas, those are the general purpose light cruisers that we have, and the Karlsruhe are the newer improved design. You can see the gradual increase, 6,000 tons, again 6,000 tons, and 6,500 for the Karlsruhe. So Aachen and Chemnitz are going to come in 1918. They're going to be the latest additions to our light cruiser fleet. Here's the Gazelle 2. We are planning 4 of these. They're all under construction already. Gazelle 2, Zebra 2, Taupe 2, and Ibex 2. These ships are not meant for combat. They have only 5-inch guns, and they have torpedo tubes. But their strength is in their speed, so they can get away. And they have extreme range and spacious accommodation. And they have reliable engines. So these will be, the moment we enter war, they will be deployed around the world, and they will just hunt merchant traffic ruthlessly and avoid any kind of combat. So they're made to basically do just that. The Fairlines class destroyers, our oldest ones. The G1 class destroyers, we have 8 of them, again with 2 destroyer leaders. And the S1 class, we finished 3 of them already. The S4 is going to come into service next month, and the SID leader is already finished. So we need to put 4 more S1 and 1 more SID class destroyer leader out there. Dolphin class, I think these are the ones that we want to retire. To be quite honest, yes, they are definitely the ones that we want to retire. So the Delphins, we have 3 of those, Delphin, Denebo, and Ada Zeebs. They don't really make sense to rebuild or do anything with them, so they're going to be retired once we get Fyodor class into service. We're actually replacing 3 corvettes with 6 corvettes, slightly bigger. And the Delphins have 2,400 tons, 17 knots. The Fyodor has 2,500 tons and 22 knots. And while they have much less in the ways of ornament, the Delphin had 2 6-inch guns and 6 4-inch guns. The Fyodor has 2 single 5-inch guns, but it has mines, it has a float plane, and it has a depth charge storage. So these are mining ships and minesweepers, and they are submarine killers. Bases and land fortifications, private shipbuilding again increased our dock capacity by 1,000 tons. As you can see, I have marked the airships and air bases here now, so you can see that there has been a big increase in both airships and air bases. We're gonna leave that be for now, but we're gonna work on those coastal batteries when we get money. And officers, last but not least, our officers increased slightly again. So there seems to be a continuous growth as our Navy grows. We now have 12 above average officers, 19 average, 22 below average, 2 incompetent, and 56 unknowns. And that's that. Oh, and I have a typo here. It's supposed to be January 1917, so I apologize for that. But yeah, it is January 1917, and I'll see you in the game. So welcome to the game. As we can see, we have a pretty decent monthly balance left over from last year. We also have a bunch of ships under construction, most notably the S4, which is going to be ready in 1 month, and then the Fyodors are going to be finished. They're actually super cheap, 521, but we're building 6 of them, so this alone is over 3,000 Reichsmark. Together it's like 3,500. So together with this, Actually, I think we can start with the design of the new battlecruiser. Now, considering the way we have set up our fleet, the High Seas fleet is the one that's in Northern Europe and the Baltic, and the secondary fleet is supposed to be located in the Indian Ocean. And I'm not entirely sure how much fleet basing we have there. So it would be pretty good if we 60. Ship base requirement is 4. Still think we might want to increase the base there a little bit. Because, wait, let me look at... I forgot where you did that, damn it. Was it in... It was not in the area overview, it was in the base overview, right? And in the Indian Ocean, if we wanted to, yes, improve naval bases here. 755 for 24 months, and it's going to improve the basing by 30. Okay, so let's do that. We want Tanganyika to be our base extraordinaire. And we'll design a new battlecruiser. But this battlecruiser is actually going to be fairly small. It's going to be smaller than the one that we are using right now. And right off the bat, the game is giving us 30,701. Not really worth. Okay, no. 28,000. Could you give me something a little bit smaller, game? I know that, you're going crazy, but let's go with something like 18,000. Would you? No, you wouldn't. Okay. Well then, we're gonna have to do it manually. Because, the secondary fleet, while it is a pretty... Wait, was I designing Dreadnought battleships? I might have been. I wanted battlecruisers, so why are you... This Goodman. Sidewits. Nope, it just switches to... Okay, so let's do it manually then. We're gonna use a design that the game has thrown at us here. Let's go with something around 18,000 tons. I'd like these to be smaller, significantly so than the primary ones, so they're a little bit cheaper and they can operate in the colonies a little bit more easier. We're planning to build 4 of them, so the price should also be a little bit cheaper. Now we're using 14-inch guns on our primary. So what if we went with 12-inch guns? We have the ability to now put them at increased elevation, which doesn't really do anything other than improve the range for our guns, so I'm okay with this. You have 14 6-inch guns, so let's remove tertiary guns completely. And let's make these 5-inch ones. Director. Your belt is 9. Turrets are going to be 9 as well. Turret top, we can put at 3. Deck. Deck is going to be 1.5 inch. That immediately makes it so much easier. You have torpedo tubes. Thinking whether this is worth it, but it's such a small cost that it makes very little sense to play with it even. And you have 5 turrets. Thinking I'm gonna remove the central one, and that's the aft center line. So if I deleted this one, immediately we are... we're where we want to be. But you're fairly slow, so if I wanted to speed you up, I could speed you up to 27 knots. But you have only 90, I want at least 140. So that puts us where we were before. We now have near 700 tons overweight. If I want 28. So extended belt No extended deck. It doesn't help us much. Conning tower can be down to 9. Turret up to 2.5. You're casemated, so we can put you at 2. Okay, so we lost a little bit of weight issue, but is there anything else that we can actually save on? We could save on ammo a little bit, but that's not gonna be a good way to go. Directors need to be there. Fire controls, we actually need more. If we upped you to 20,000 tons, would we fix the issue? We would. We would fix the issue, but I don't want to do it like that, honestly. 19,500. Well... in-kind belt. Total armor 15,000. All or nothing. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so if you lower the ammo here to 140. Okay, so this could work. This could work. We would have 4 12-inch guns. 2 in the front, or like 2 turrets in the front, 2 turrets in the back. We have a decent belt. It's fairly weak though, but considering the size and guns, we can keep at a massive range and just blink at the enemy, hoping to hit them. 9,000, 13,000 yards is critical for these kinds of guns. These are going to be a little bit undergunned, when it comes to the enemy, but I think this is good. Okay, so class name for this one is going to be Valkyrie. And we are planning to build 4 of these. So 29 months, 2,600. Okay, that's a little bit extensive, but okay. So that's 1 of these. We're going to build them gradually. So 459. Once these ships finish, we can start building the first one, which is actually going to be about okay. And then when you guys finish, we can build 3 at a time. Well, the second thing that we actually want to do here is we want to take the current battlecruiser München, which is our main battlecruiser, and we want to improve on that one. And I think that I could actually improve upon that pretty easily. Forward center line, forward superimposed. So could I take the forward one? Position turret, side forward. Gonna get increased guns. Okay, how do you think that's okay? The ship is seriously overweight, which is fine. This battlecruiser leader is going to be much bigger. 30,000 tons. Increased elevation. Director. Increased elevation. Director. If extra turrets. Design does not even go. Yeah, this would work. 30,000 ton. The speed though. Yeah, you're classifying it as a battleship. I don't want to have it as a battleship. Okay, 27. The issue is that it's working with the other battlecruisers. So if it's going to be much faster, it's going to be an issue. But 27 knots would give us still a pretty decent... what's your turret arc? It's... Could I do it like this? Ship is seriously overweight. Well, we might actually do one thing. A forward superimposed could be deleted. And we could instead have all of you with triple guns. How would that work? That would work. marvelously, actually. No, we couldn't. But we can make it inclined. Well, okay. We're gonna give this one a little bit more time. Because we don't have the capability to build that now, but we will eventually. So let's ignore that for now and just see what we can do at this point. So, what happened to our monthly balance? Oh, for some reason you are accelerated now and you were not supposed to. Okay, so let's end the turn, see what the game comes up with. Okay, Destroyer S4 is commissioned into the Navy. There has been an internal upheaval in Libya. If we send an expeditionary force to restore order, there is a chance that we can take it over as a colony. The risk is increasing tensions with Italy considerably. I don't mind that. Someone must shoulder the burden. Send the force. Italy has acted faster than we. Libya is now under their control. The Naval League is criticizing your tardiness. What the... So, we got tensions, and we got nothing to show for it. That's great. Research breakthrough, ship design, unit machinery. Enables unit machinery. I have no idea what that one does. Unit machinery. Reduces damage from engine hits. Oh. Okay. Increases weight of the machinery but makes it better. Okay, I'll take that. So, we finished the first of the new destroyers SB. That means that the second battle group, we have the Fall Irons and these ones are here. You guys have mines. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna temporarily add a third division of destroyers. This is gonna be the Icy Fleet Third Destroyer screen, and we're gonna name it HSF3DD-Diff, and you will get this one and these 31 knots. That's just crazy. And your role is screen for the High Seas Fleet. Cool. And we need to order more of you. So hold on. We have S1D. So this is gonna be S1D2. S1D2. And we're gonna build a couple of the S1s. So S5, S6, S7, and S8. Okay, so that threw us in a little bit of deficit, but don't worry, we are going to be fine very soon. Plus the tensions are going to probably lead to an immediate increase in everything. And I really don't understand how Italy managed to get this area. And we didn't. Well, I guess they have, they were closer or something. Okay, now let's end the turn. We have commission-free submarines, research breakthrough, improved depth charges, gradual increase in national anti-submarine warfare capability. Well, let's hope that's gonna work. Frigate and Captain Bername of Topi is promoted to Captain Surze and placed in command of the 3rd destroyer screen for the High Seas Fleet. Airship base Korsakov has finished. We have commission-free submarines. A little bit of delays. How are we doing on the aircraft types? Torpedo bomber is gonna come in 2 months. Okay. So at this point we really don't have much to do. So let's end the turn again. We've commissioned 3 more submarines. 5 corvettes are commissioned into the Navy. Amazing job. According to war reports, a Spanish submarine has been sunk by US forces. Okay. So the 5 corvettes actually meant that we now have a monthly balance to this. Absolutely fine, and we can start building the first of the Valkyries soon, if all is good. And Fyodor is going to be finished soon. Okay, so with that said, we wanted to retire the Dolphin class. You're all in foreign stations, so I'm gonna retire you because you are completely useless. Sure, one last check. So if we just gave you the mines and minesweeping gear and nothing else, and the depth charges and replaced machinery, and you just can't do it. You're too old, completely too old. There's literally nothing we can do. Okay, so let's just scrap you. Oh, it was my pleasure. And the Fyodors are now going to go to foreign stations. I mean, you don't really have any need for that, but just for roleplay reasons, you are going to do that. And Silova is not in foreign stations, so let's go and be there as well. So what do we have? Frederica's Indian Ocean. You're working up. You can go to mothballs because we really don't need you. What else is an active fleet? Okay, Northeast Asia. How are you doing? Do we see the air groups on you? Yeah, they're full now. Pretty good. 2 of Junkers U-84C and 1 of Messerschmitts. And all of the other air bases are also full. Okay. So let me just start by actually looking at the coastal fortifications in Rhodos. Do we have any? Wait, Rhodos, right? We take Rhodos? Yes, Rhodes. And I think we might not have anything there. Nope. So let us build. We have the 6 and 8 inch coastal batteries. 10-inch coastal battery in the roads, and we're gonna build 2 of those. And it's gonna eat up pretty much all of our current income, but we will make sure that the roads remains under control, and we're gonna start building these elsewhere as well. So let's end the turn. We've commissioned 6 submarines, and Fyodor is commissioned into the Navy. One of your major arms manufacturers wants to enter technology sharing agreement with a company in Austria-Hungary. Is this advisable? Tensions? Never. Improved Director. Enables improved Director on ships. Great. And subdivisions and damage control. Improves firefighting equipment. Gradual damage control improvements. And our scientists report that they are working on the problem of aircraft carrier conversion, but success has so far eluded them, and new torpedo bomber prototypes are ready for evaluation. So, all of them can carry 1 250-pound bomb, or 1 500-pound bomb, or 1 heavy, or 1 foreign bomb. Range for a heavy for you is 54. You are just arguably better than anything else. You have higher max speed, higher cruise speed, better range, better firepower, better maneuverability. Okay, you're much weaker when it comes to toughness, but other than that, what about you? Max speed 70, 45. I'll probably go with the Junkers U-113. Yeah, let's do that one. USA is building an airbase in New York in eastern USA. Okay, so we commissioned 6 submarines, and we have now the Valkyrie ready for construction, but honestly we have to rework the design because we got new things. So we now have an improved director available, which is good. You have the unit machinery set, increased elevation. So I'm not sure how much of a change this is. Anything else that we can add? We have the unit machinery already. Range. So 476 tanks, 1 month. Cool. So end the turn. During a debate in the Reichstag, the Socialist Party criticizes the high naval expenditures. Well, we actually have an unrest level of 4. Yeah, and people, no navies, are protesting against us. That's not great. Our scientists report that they are working on the problem of superimposed turrets on heavy cruisers. Research breakthrough armor-piercing projectiles, improved penetrator alloys. White forces and torpedo warfare, quadruple torpedo tube mounts. Oh wow! Okay, and now Valkyrie is ready. So let's go to the build screen, and we're gonna build the first one, the Valkyrie. Now that means we're losing a little bit of money, but it's fine. It absolutely is fine. And I wanted to look at the Königs von Preußen, what we could do with them. Because we can definitely give them an improved director. We can give them a director. We can improve their guns. And if we replace machinery, could we get you 25? Yes, 25. Wow, that's actually pretty decent. 25 knots. Improved director. Director can't make it a unit machinery, unfortunately. But we can give you an increased elevation for the guns. Rising box. And you still have 173 remaining. Okay, this barely changes anything, so I don't mind doing that. Actually, could I increase the number of secondaries instead? When rebuilding ships, you can addition with only a single mounts. Okay, well, this rebuild could be possible, but we don't really have the capacity. So just keep it in mind for later use. And oh, what I actually do want to do though, what I do want to do and what I will do right now is, where are the Rhine? Here, Rhine and Oder. You guys need to get the improved director and the director and increased elevation. That's for 3 months. Damn, okay, that's really expensive, but it's gonna make a huge difference. And by huge difference, I mean an amazing, massive difference. So director, increased elevation, improved director. Anything else? You have a torpedo defense as well. There really isn't anything else. I'm not gonna, play with your machinery. That one is fine. 1465 for 3 months. So let's save this and finish it and rebuild both of you. Because that actually makes a ton of sense. Cool. And the turn. Private shipbuilding is expanding max dock size by 1,000 tons. Intelligence support from USA, they reduced their naval spending due to social discontent. And, okay, some reports from Russia. Nothing really all that important. So Rhine Oder are going to be finished in 2 months, and then soon we're going to start getting the Gazelles back. We can actually request a new proposal for a new aircraft. We have the fighters, we have the torpedo bomber, we have the float plane scout naval patrol aircraft. Which one is the oldest one? So the float plane scout, but we have one from last year, fighter. Let's not do that right now. Anything here? Nope. So we can end the turn. The war between Spain and USA has ended. Northern Marianas is ceded from Spain to USA, Guam, and Puerto Rico. A revolution in an African country has left some of our nationals stranded. What do we do? Send a strong squadron. Join an international squadron. Resolve the crime. Join an international squadron and begin dual-purpose mounting. Enables 3 and 4 inch guns in single dual-purpose mounts. So dual-purpose mounting should be used as anti-aircraft guns, but I'm not sure if that's what the game is. Just an aircraft catapults. Yes, please. Okay, so increased tensions. Wow, Spain just retains Guantanamo Bay. Everything else has been ceded to the United States. So how are we doing on the economy? We have 45,515 base. USA has 39,000, so they're getting much stronger. Dock size 33,000. Naval budget for the United States is about 40% higher than for us. Not great. Not great. And the turn. Recent improvements in productivity has boosted our industrial production. Good. Battlecruiser order has finished reconstruction, and so did Rhine. A disarmament conference is being held in Hague. We should not be limited. Keep up an appearance of being reasonable. Let's not be bound. Mastering advanced signaling. Close to mastering advanced signaling. Good. Okay, tensions escalated. We are now at 353,000. Monthly balance 437. We have a lot of ship in active service, so can actually put you to reserve fleet. The corvettes, you are supposed to be in mothballs. No, reserve fleet. And Fyodor Toping Gazelles, Rhine, and you are gonna be to reserve. But you are part of what? Second battle group? Yes, second battle group, so you might want to be both in Northern Europe. Just to make sure you are where we need you to be. Where are they? Okay, I guess it's because of you. To Northern Europe, yes. So they're going to be stationed there. 972, so that suggests that we can start building the second Valkyrie. Which would be... well, let's make it Freya. We have the budget for that, so that is good. And let's end the turn. We've commissioned 2 more submarines. Captain Jose von Levetzo missed the last tactical exercise as he was late returning from a golf tournament, which he won. What should we do about it? This is the last time. Average sportsmen cannot be tolerated. Have him beached. He won, you say? Okay, let's be lenient this time because he beat the guys from the army. Advanced signaling. Less errors. 20-inch guns research quality -1. New torpedo bomber is ready for operational service. So we need to put you on on you, actually. So I'm gonna remove these two groups and add our unit, which is gonna be torpedo bomber. 6 of you, and an air unit, 6 torpedo bombers. So finally you're gonna be useful for something. Okay, I'm burning a little bit through the cash, but that's fine. And the turn. The Kaiser floats the idea of a gunnery competition for all ships in the Navy. So increase the morale and combat readiness. An excellent idea. Zebra wins the Kaiser's Cup. Convoy system reduction in merchant losses to submarines. Anti-submarine warfare. Okay. And the Messerschmitt company has developed an improved model of the fighter Messerschmitt Met 97. What is it better at? Better firepower. 1 more. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And anything else? Some rebuilding going on. Not much. Okay, November. We're still bleeding out money, so let's end the turn. There has been an internal upheaval in Sumatra. Great Britain is sending a force there, ostensibly to restore order, but it is likely they have more far-reaching plans. Let's push for an international force. They recall their expedition, but they will be mad. Yes, we are very close to war with Great Britain. Ironically, this time I wouldn't really be all that afraid of them. And this is December and we're still bleeding money. So not much I can do here. Rebuilding and building. The 2 Valkyries are gonna be really good. Thinking we might want to rebuild our battlecruisers though. The Berlin to the end of improved director and give you the director. Increased elevation. You're overweight though. Remove the tertiary guns to make that happen here. They will reclassify it as a battle. No. Oh, I didn't know I can do that. Okay, I can obviously just do them like this and another one because we're gonna do it twice. Or I mean in pairs. 2 of them are always gonna be rebuilding. And you're slightly bigger and better, so you can only remove 1. Improve director. Elevated. Yes. Okay, no. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that you can not... I mean, I didn't know you could not agree with that. It's really interesting. Okay, and last month, and that's it. The Japanese government is interested in buying the right to fire control, 15 feet range finder. We have great relations with them, so by all means. Petropavlovsk, some delays. Strikes in labor unrest. Wow, our unrest is really high. 5. How did that happen? Either way, this is where we end the episode. Okay, I'm wondering if we're gonna clash with Great Britain. I wouldn't mind it. Honestly, it's time someone showed Great Britain that they are not the strongest and the most potent. And I think we could be the people to do that. So in the next episode, we are gonna start by actually moving our submarines a little in preparation for the fight. Because I really don't... Are they allied with anyone? Allied with Japan, that's bad. I don't want war with Japan. That would be really bad. But... I mean, they don't have to join, but our tensions are gonna increase dramatically, so... Well, we'll see. Either way, thank you very much for joining me. I enjoyed it, hope you did as well, and I'll see you next time with more Rule the Waves 3 as the Kaiserliche Marine.